And on the start, it's BVN leading from Benoit Vouclair with a big dive up the inside. And Benoit Vouclair takes the lead on the start. What an incredible start for Benoit Vouclair, who's now already streaking away from BVN. Emma Kicker up to third. Gary Pacer fourth. Edvard Home fifth. Martin McFry with a terrible start. He's down to sixth already. As they file their way through the opening sector, we have James Wilmington taking a look to the inside of Takuma Taki, who's dropped down to 10th. That's also a bad start for Taki, but a great start for Benoit Vouclair, who is streaking away with this lead.
The dirty side of the track being a real hindrance today.
Yes, there goes home for fourth place, and Kicker doesn't make it too difficult on her teammate. And there he goes for the move. And Taki's through into 7th place. So that's McFry from 2nd down to 8th after 8 laps. So not a good start for the championship hopeful. Two factory Bentley entries to pull away. As that's Klon who's passing Ganyu Voizu, who has some brake issues on her Scuderia Adriatica. Oh, it's been a disastrous season for Voizu so far, who, despite that win at Monaco, has really struggled to finish a lot of races. I think hopefully she should be able to make it back to the pits and get that fixed. We'll have to see.
A particular shame because he was running away from every other W12 competitor.
Yes, she's generally been one of the quicker W12s. Even quicker than her teammate who's in the championship fight, but she does make it back to the pits, should get that problem fixed. But it will cost her some amount of time. Fortunately, she wasn't too far away from making a pit stop, so it shouldn't affect her strategy too badly, as we also seen Tomo Kazuma with an oil leak on the mecha. That's a second consecutive DNF for Tomo Kazuma, who just doesn't seem to have any luck at all. As Benoit Vouclair now pits from the lead. That is going to hand the race lead to BVN as soon as he gets past the Foxtail currently in the pits. So indeed, that was a bit of a glory run for Benoit Vouclair, who's on the free stop strategy now. Emma Kicker coming through into 2nd place, as we're also seeing John Bean and James Wilmington in the pits as well. Oh, and that's Andre Krebnitsky has also developed a bit of a brake issue. He's also in the pits. But
the two happens really challenging these cars, and a lot of other difficult braking points, so that is to be expected up to a certain point.
Takuma Taki makes the move and into the pits. Whoa! That was a bit risky, don't you think?
Clearly trying to send a message there. I don't know how intelligent that message is, but it is a message.
That message presumably being, I am the superior Japanese racing driver, it seems. That doesn't really seem like it would have been the ideal thing to do at that situation, but he didn't crash, which I suppose is something.
We're gonna have to ask our Japanese...
Sorry, what's that?
We're gonna have to ask our Japanese colleagues if there's any rivalry between the two that we are not aware of, some sort of feud.
Going around the outside of the Euromotor for some reason. I'm not entirely sure this is the best move he could be making, but he's holding on that outside line and has to back out in turn 2. Meanwhile, Benoit Vouclair is making hay in that clear air. He's got a good gap of, we'll see in a minute. Oh no, he has to pit again! Benoit Vouclair also has a brake problem. Perhaps he was just pushing too hard on those opening laps and used up his brakes. Edvard Home there just put in a 140.8 on his previous lap in clear air. Pacer about a full second slower for some reason. They are lapping quicker than the cars ahead of them. but I don't think it's going to be enough to make up the time that they lost, as we're now seeing Taki make his way past Ardalu. And that's Emma Kickert with an engine problem on the Simpson Sunbeam! That's really gonna throw a wrench in her championship ambitions after winning Brands Hatch and at Austin, Texas. It's not going to be another good points haul for her today.
Since I can finally speak, I can say Emma Kickert is the smokiest Dutch driver in the world right now.
As Klon, our championship leader, is in the pits from... Where is he running? 14th. And Philippe Nicolas also in, so the two biggest championship rivals at the through most of the season so far now pitting on the same lap. As I think we've got another car slow. It's BDM, the race leader, is in trouble! And his engine has completely let go on the racing point, and he is out of this race when it looked like he had it really in the bag, and that hands the lead to Martin McFry.
We have a tie for the smokiest Dutch driver in the world.
This is now seeing Philippe Nicolas really all over the back of that checkmate of Andre Kremnitzy. This is battle for position, 18th position. You should see Kremnitzy really bolt away down the straight, but no, he's not. And I don't think that's a technical issue. I think the checkmate is just doesn't have the pace of the Holiday, which is really quite a turn up for the form books here. Like, the Holiday definitely is a very good chassis, but down the straight you would not expect it to be able to outpower the Bentley powered checkmate there. That's really quite a sight to behold. We're seeing now Martin McFry making his first pit stop of the race.
Yeah, it seems that, I mean, even Holiday is a new team, but it seems like Checkmate especially is still struggling to get on top of the Bentley engine. It's very shaky form recently. Of course, they got a podium in the first race of the season, but since then it's been mostly a downwards trend, so...
Yes, still, they do have a good amount of experience, I believe, in junior Formula. I think they'll eventually get their heads around the ARWS formula, as we're now seeing Edvard Holm in the race lead, following McFry's pit stop.
Well, not entirely, because they signed up in Auto 2, which then got cancelled, so... Yikes.
Oh no! Edvard Holm spins out of the lead! Gary Pacer takes over the lead. Edvard Holm is beached in the gravel. I don't know if he can get it out of there.
We need a replay. That was a weird spin.
He just overcooked it entering the corner. Not really under pressure from Gary Pacer. He was maybe like a second or so behind, but... And John Bean is now pitting with a brake issue. Oh, I think all these ARWS teams may have miscalculated how much they would be using the brakes around this course, because we're seeing an awful lot of them today. As Pacer now makes his second pit stop of the race, handing a lead to Takuma Taki for Racing Point.
I mean, BBN still shows he's a winner.
Definitely.
He even beat Kicker to having more smoke from his car, reportedly, today. So he is, in fact, the smokiest driver in the Netherlands.
Takuma Taki is pitted, and that hands the lead to Martin McFry.
And where is Taki going to come out?
Oh no! Gary Pacer has developed an engine issue in the March 16. It's another Ford engine failure. Are there going to be any Fords still running at the end of this race? Now seeing Benoit Vuclet challenging James Wilmington for 5th place. Definitely has a lot of pace in that Foxdale, as he showed at the start of the race. And will be desperately trying to make up whatever he can. Seeing Riku Sokoto in the pits with a brake issue on the Euromotor.
Oh, that's a lot of brake issues on cars.
Must be
Here,
the fifth
yeah,
or sixth
the-
by now.
I feel like the hot weather here in Sepang is definitely contributing to the brakes not having enough cooling. I wonder if like BVN has the fastest lap or something, or like it's
quite
anywhere in
possible.
top 3.
I think
Good
Benoit
move,
Vuclet has the fastest lap, but BVM might have the second fastest lap. Because we now see him make his way up into 4th position, passing John Bean. And indeed, going to try and use the Adriatic as a pick here. Oh, Flatter tried to force it free wide, but nope. And
50%.
It's Václav Melish in the checkmate with a transmission issue.
What a shame for the Czech driver. That's a gearbox failure. I think it's the first one.
Why are you pushing that onto the track? Why are you pushing that onto the track?
Oh dear!
Oh god,
dear,
what are Marcus doing here?
That is...
That is incredibly dangerous. What were you thinking, Mr. Marshall? Fortunately, that didn't cause any incident.
You know, this kind of distraction for Castell.
Edvard Holm pulls the Takuma Taki there, making him overtake and then immediately pitting.
That could have ended badly. Oh, it's brake problem for someone. It's
Kinano Daulu is out with a brake issue. Could not get it back to the pits and is out of the race. It is Klon, the championship leader, is out with a transmission failure. This has major chase implications. It does Castell is out of the race with a transmission failure of his own.
Oh well, that's
that is the table in the March 16 garage being comprehensively destroyed by Toto Wolff. Castell was on for at least a podium finish, if not second place. Now he gets nothing. James Wilmington and John Bean are pitting from third and fourth. This means that we do
look like a podium.
Yes, this could well hand over third place to Benoit Vuclet. As James Wilmington is now retiring from the race with a suspension failure. They're dropping like flies here in Sepang. Edvard Holm now all over the back of Benoit Vuclet, who's not really looking that quick on these fresh tires, I think. And that is Holm going for third place.
Like candy from a baby, that's ridiculously fast by Holm.
Actually, maybe this race isn't as quite subtle as we thought, because Takuma Taki is absolutely flying right now. He's just taken out 1.6 seconds from Martin McFly. That gap is now under 12 seconds with 9 laps to go. Now seeing, that is the race leader! Martin McFly with an oil leak!
Oh no!
It's wide open! Even wider open than it already was.
Oh, this is unbelievable! And he was 1 lap away from being classified as well.
Well, I'm not sure exactly how that will work out, but what it does mean is that our race leader is Takuma Taki with 6 laps to go.
Yellow flag. Sorry, yellow flag. Someone stop.
That's Edvard Holm
again.
Oh no! A transmission issue for Edvard Holm.
Oh dear.
And his ill luck continues. What does this man have to do to catch a break in this series? John Bean now lining up Vuclet down the back straight. Makes a move to the inside. Can he make it stick? And he can! John Bean takes second place!
It's second place for the Australian-born British driver with sponsorship from Jagonia Ayam.
That region in the crowd.
Who would have thought it when he was racing in 2019 for Euromotor, the absolute backmarker, Takuma Taki, who was thought as being a very slow driver, without talent.
Yes,
well,
not really very well rated, but I think that really goes to show how far talent evaluation has come in the last few seasons, because Racing Point really seemed to have caught on to something that nobody else really saw. And Takuma Taki has really proven them right by for giving him this chance as he rounds the final corner, and Takuma Taki will win the Malaysian Grand Prix.